Well, so we meet again. Here's the deal about the player bubble. Now, first of all, as a team owner, I am disgusted by the fact that people are leaking information that shouldn't be leaked. We should be all on the same team, and together we should be able to come to an agreement as to how and when we present certain things to the, to the public. Why? Well, first of all, I have no problem with people making videos about it or sort of re-signaling the thing and making a living. Making a living, okay? I have no problem with that. But we do miss out on the opportunity to present the product the way that we would like to present the product. But since somebody out there leaked it, don't let me find out who, since somebody leaked it, I guess I have to talk about it, right? The player bubble. I'm not going to go into any details on the discussions of whether or not it was out there, but here it is. If that was the decision that all 12 team owners and also the league all sat around for a while and discussed the pros and cons for a very, very long time and finally decided to then present something to the players who also have a say in this, mind you, then at that point we would then make the decision. Okay, this isn't something that back doors in a dark room with fucking whiskey and cigars. These decisions don't get made like that, right? It's an open discussion with 12 individuals and representatives and the league representatives where we all have a conversation. Okay, we all have a vision of what could be solutions to problems, and then we discuss that, and then we come up with one plan. We then present it to the players, and then they agree, disagree, or they have their own, offerings of thoughts. Okay, so having said that, I'm with the. If we're gonna quarantine, right? I wanted to do this last year. Obviously, I wanted to make sure that Champs was on LAN, and we were discussing maybe putting all the Final Four teams in a quarantine setting, and then made them play on LAN. So I'm for it. I don't know about the whole 5 months thing where I have to tell Jude that I'm gone for 5 months because I'm coming. So that you think these walls right here are fun enough for me? No, I'm gonna go out there and shoot podcasts. I'm gonna go out there and shoot content for the Huntsman. I'm gonna do everything. So if we're able to do that, I'm with some of my teammates who you'll hear from shortly. I'm with them. I think that if it's leading up to a midseason sort of championship or something along those lines, then yeah, for sure, let's get that done. Let's get in the quarantine and that. Look, the other thing is this: we are hoping that by the time the season 1 launches, all this thing is going to be contained or hopefully at least manageable enough to be able to have live events. Okay. Simple as that. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know about this whole leaking stuff. I want to be able to present a story the same way that I'm able to do. And right now, the amount of videos that are coming out regarding this one included, right? Because not all the facts are being given to you right now. It sort of makes you imagine the scenario or imagine the situation of what would need to happen in order for this bubble thing to go. And you go immediately to the negative aspect of it. Oh my God, what's Scumpy going to do? He's got a girlfriend who lives there. He's got Buzz. He's got 2 cats, Leo and fucking Larry or whatever. I don't know. I'm not a cat guy. It doesn't matter. What I'm trying to say is this. Until we have all the facts at hand and ready to be distributed to everybody to know, nobody should really be out there leaking stuff because people take it to a negative every single time. They never take it to a positive, right? So again, if everybody together makes the decision to go to a bubble or not go to a bubble, it's a decision that everybody made together. All brains offering an opinion and coming to a solution, okay? But those are my thoughts. Let me ask the rest of the guys what their thoughts are on going to a bubble. Maddie, take it away. Go ask somebody. God damn it.
Okay, thoughts on the bubble. First off, it depends on how long the bubble is. I saw some people saying, I can't believe that he doesn't want the bubble anymore. He was bitching about online all last year. Now they bring up a bubble and instantly he says, no. Do you cry about everything, Seth? Shut up, dude. First of all, I have a house, a girlfriend that I live with, a dog, and 2 cats. That's a lot of responsibility. If it's for 5 months, that's overkill. If it's for 2 weeks to a month leading up to a champs or mid-season playoff, I'm completely fine with that. But I don't think that having a bubble for 5 months is the right call. I just don't. For me personally, like I said, there's a severity to other players and how much they want it. Me, I'm established here. Some players are renting apartments. Some people are renting houses. I literally own a house here, and I'm not trying to just up and move for half of the year. to play regular season matches. I'd rather do regular season online and then do the big ones, have a bubble for the big ones for LAN. Are the 2 months like big tournaments, or are the 2 months regular season matches? Yeah. Before champs, bubble. Before a mid-season playoff, bubble. For a whole slew of regular season matches, no bubble. I want to play the big ones on LAN. I would be completely fine playing home series online, but the big ones should be on LAN.
Well, for myself personally, because I can't really obviously speak for other people, but I wouldn't particularly mind a COD bubble. I feel like it makes sense given the circumstances of like what's going on in the world right now. And obviously if they're trying to bring back live events and stuff, there needs to be something in play that can kind of balance actually be able to play live events while making sure that we're taking the right precautions to keep people safe. I think it depends on how long they want to do it for. And, you know, I feel like if that's something they'd want to pursue, the length of like the season should probably shorten a bit, because I feel like you could probably get a lot more things done in a shorter period of time doing something like that instead of requiring people to travel all the time and stuff. So I feel like that's my 2 cents on that. I wouldn't particularly mind it, but you know, I just wouldn't want people to leave their families and everything that they're doing for like a longer period of time. I feel like that's probably like the most fair way to do it at the moment. If I were to make the COD bubble, the maximum time length, I think I'd probably do like maybe 3 to 4 months. Because, I mean, realistically, like the season that we just played lasted like 7-8 months. And that was with all the changes to online. And, you know, that was with, you know, trying to get everything situated and trying to make sure everything was still organized while they're resolving issues. So they didn't want like conflict of like having issues in these online matches going into like you know, other tournaments. But I definitely feel like 3 to 4 months would be like an ample amount of time to have a good amount of tournaments and, you know, have it, you know, be like an actual good length season without, you know, just rushing out matches and stuff like that. So if I had to pick between online COD or a bubble, I mean, myself personally, I just feel like the better teams show up in matches that are on a fair connection. And I think a bubble would, you know, it's just like LAN, right? Like you would see the better teams more consistently. And obviously if it's for like a shorter period of time, I'm definitely for that. But, you know, if they kind of want the same length of like a season, then I don't think online's that bad. I think as long as they implement the right things into the game to kind of fix some of the issues that we were having last year, I feel like online could be all right as well. But I definitely am more of a fan of a LAN environment personally.
I wouldn't be opposed to it unless it was like for a certain amount of time. I definitely agree with everybody in the league going out at a certain period of time to play competitive matches, because online is very, very, very a tricky subject, and it's a very, very controversial topic whenever you're talking about the competitive integrity or, you know, are the results really, you know, going to be the same as they are on LAN. So definitely there needs to be some sort of, whether it's like events, multiple events. I just, in my personal opinion, when I hear the bubble, it's more about the time constraint, how long players would be out there. Personally, I'm not opposed to it. I know in Infinite Warfare, in other times in COD or even esports, you know, players or pro players, you know, went out and played for a certain period of time. I wouldn't say 3 months is a long time, my personal opinion. At most, I would say a month. I think in a month you could probably get a lot of matches done. But yeah, I definitely agree with going to a certain place, whether that be Dallas or Vegas or whatever it is, and playing for a certain amount of time and having matches held there, because like I said, online, it's at the end of the day, different results are going to happen from online to LAN. That's just going to happen. So, in my own opinion, it's just going to come down to, when it comes down to the COD bubble, I think everyone just has to find a meet in the middle about the time and the location. And I think if everything works out and you're not there for too long, and if you want to have like the 3 months, then you do it spread out across the year. That's how I look at it. But I do think there needs to be a location and not have everything held on the line. That's just my personal opinion.